Hello and welcome to 12.3 Determinants and Area of a Triangle. Objective, find the determinant of a 2 by 2 and 3 by 3 matrix, as well as the area of a triangle using matrices. Determinant is the numerical value of the matrix. So the determinant of a matrix, only square matrices have determinants. So it has to be 2 by 2, 3 by 3, 4 by 4, so on and so on. Notation for the determinant is you might say det of a, or you might use the two bars. It looks like the absolute value, but it's not exactly the absolute value. But those are the two different ways that you could represent the determinant of a matrix. So let's try it. For a 2 by 2 matrix, you're going to like it. It's nice and it's pretty user friendly. To find it, you're going to multiply, find cross products of A and D, and then subtract the cross product of C and B. So again, you're going to do this. So 7 times 3 minus the product of 1 times 2, excuse me. And then you simplify. So you have 21 minus 2. So the determinant of this matrix is equal to 19. If you could, go ahead and press pause for just one moment, and then try number 2 on your own. So multiplying 1 times 4 is 4. 2 times negative 3 is minus negative 6. I add the opposite and I get 10. So 2 by 2 matrices, nice and user friendly. For part 3, it gets a little bit, for 3 by 3 matrices, it gets a little bit more complicated, only because you have to add another row here in order to do it. So you're still going to find like these cross products. But notice here, if I wanted to do that, I'd be stuck because I don't have enough terms. So what we do is we repeat the first row right next to it, and then you also will repeat the second row so that it works out pretty well for us. We'll have 3, 3, 3, 3 digits on the diagonals. And then you'll multiply going this way, you'll find that sum, and then you'll multiply, and then you'll subtract that like we did for part 2, but of these products, and you'll find that sum as well. Okay, let's try number 3, and I will let you try number 4 on your own, but I want to talk you through it first. So as I was saying, the first thing you want to do is to repeat. So this 4, 5, and 1. I want to repeat that one more time. So 4, 5, and 1. And then you're also going to repeat the second column, which is 3, negative 7, and negative 2. From here, you're going to multiply. I don't think I want to use a highlighter for this. So I'm going to multiply this diagonal. So here's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at 4 times negative 7 times 2 plus the next diagonal. So 3 times 0 times 1 plus the next diagonal, 1, 5, and negative 2. We're going to add all of those up, and to that I'm going to subtract the opposite way now. So you notice how there aren't 3 terms right here. This is just 5 and 3. I'm not going to start there. I'm going to go with this one. So 1, negative 7, and 1. 1, negative 7, and 1. Plus the next one. So 2, 0, 4. Now if this gets a little messy for you, you might want to do this on graph paper to keep track of all your numbers. But this is negative 2, 0, and 4. Plus the next one, 2, 5, 3. 2 times 5 times 3. And then we simplify. You could do this all in your calculator if you wanted to, or if you wanted to show a little bit more work, that works as well. That's negative 56. Anytime you have a 0 in a matrix, it's kind of like less, because that's 0. A little bit less thought. And then when you multiply these ones, you get negative 10. So I'm just going to write minus or plus negative 10. Simplifying a little bit more, I get negative 66 for that portion. And then in my blues for the other ones, this would be negative 7 plus 0, love the 0 term, plus 30. And then when I add these terms, I get negative 23, or minus 23. And then when I combine these, I can add the opposite, Negative 66 plus a negative 23 gives me negative 89. There you go. Take one moment, if you could please, and I would love it if you pressed pause and you worked out number 4 on your own, doing the same first step. So what was the first thing we did over there? We repeated 4, 1, 2, 2, 1, negative 3. And then start finding your products. And then go the other way. All right, give that a try for me, if you don't mind. So go ahead, check your work with my work here, and make sure your numbers match up. If you need to, go ahead and press pause so you can continue checking. Thank you. Okay, one way that this helps is to help us find the area of a triangle that's formed by vertices of 3 different points, so x1, 2, and 3. So if you're given 3 points, you can find the area of the triangle that's created by those by finding the positive negative times 1/2 of x1, y1, 1, x2, y2, 1, x3, y3, 1. This plus or minus is just to make sure that you have a positive number once you find your determinant. All right, let's try one. Let's call it the Bay Area problem. So you have San Francisco, Oakland, and San Jose. Estimate the area formed by these 3 cities. So it kind of will look a little bit like this. What we want to do is find what the area of the triangle will be formed by those 3 cities. So this is like x1, y1, x2, y2. Doesn't matter which one you put where. I do love that I have these 0, 0s though. And then we're going to find the determinant of it. So first, as a matrix, using what we had up here, I'm going to plug in each thing. So it's actually positive negative 1/2 times, now I have x1, y1, so negative 30, 32. So I'm going to x, my y's, and then 1's. 32 and then 1. And then my next point is negative 16, 40, then 1, and then San Jose, 0, 0, and 1. Okay, well, let's find the determinant as we did before. First thing I'm going to do is repeat this first column, so negative 30, negative 16, and 0. And then I'm going to repeat the second column, which was 32, 40, and 0. Next, go ahead and let's do our cross multiplication, find our cross products. This one's a little bit nicer for us, though. So this one times this one, that's my first one. What's negative 30 times 40? Negative 1200. And then 32 times 1 times 0, I love it, is 0. 1 times negative 16 times 0, 0. That's why we love the zeros in these problems. And then to that, I'm going to subtract going in the opposite direction. So 0 times 40 times 1 is 0, plus 0 times 1 times negative 30, almost got lost there, that's 0, plus 1, I don't know what this is, 1 times negative 16 times 32, which I believe is 512, because I created a cheat sheet. And now what? Well, let's simplify. This is negative 1200 minus 512. However, this answer was negative, so negative and negative make that plus. Oh, and you know what I'm forgetting? Remember the plus and minus 1/2. Plus minus 1/2, positive or negative. So this is positive or negative 1/2 times, well, 1200 plus 512 is a negative 688. And because I need my answer to be positive, I'm going to choose the negative 1/2 times negative 688. And when I multiply that out, I get that the area is 344 units, squared units. And now you can see what I've written. Thank you very much. That was the determinant and the area of a triangle.